Yo, we've reacted to tons of Elvis Presley. Well, maybe not tons. I know tons of Elvis Presley, but I've reacted to some of it over here on the channel a handful of times. And of course, every time I love him, it's Elvis Presley. Come on. But today we're going to be checking out "Love Me Tender," his live performance in 1970. So I'm really excited to get into this because he's just one of those legends. We react to a lot of legends, but like sometimes we get those like superstar legends on this reaction channel, and you know. That's what we're doing today. So if you don't know, my name is itsandiroo. I've been reacting to tons of classics, right? Classic rock, classic pop, classic hip hop, classic country, classic R&B. Amazing stuff that I didn't get the opportunity to grow up on. My family didn't really listen to that in the house. They were really more into like contemporary Christian music and things like that. So and then like as I grew up, even being like a musician and stuff, I would just listen to a lot of like metal and like modern stuff. So it's been so much fun basically to like come on this channel and explore the different worlds of music that I haven't discovered yet. So without further ado, where are my two-steppers at? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The last batch of videos I did, I was like really sore from the gym. So like I'm really happy I can get up and walk around again. I had like taken like a month or like 2 months off. And I went back and did leg day, and it was a really bad idea. I couldn't two-step, but I could two-step again, so we're good. Anyway, let's pull up the video. I'm excited to get into it, guys. I don't even think I've heard the regular version of Love Me Tender, so this is the first time I'm checking out Love Me Tender in general, let alone the live version. So let's get it, guys.
That's really this guitar doing that.
Oh, it was fake, dude. I was like, what?
Love me tender, love me true. Thank you. Never let me go. You have made, how dear, my turn blue, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams.
Is that someone random in the crowd? Or you guys need to help me out here. It's not. It is random. What? It was a second. All right, Elvis, you got it like that. You got it like that. Yo, the film quality is amazing on this, by the way. It's 1970, so there's a little bit better technology at this time in terms of just cameras and things like that. But still, very amazed by it. I think I've heard this song, maybe, possibly. It sounds familiar. Obviously, he's massive, so like his stuff plays on radios and in TV shows and movies and stuff. But I love it. I love when he does like these kind of like ballad-y like songs, that are more like it's either like a piano, like what do you call it? Can't Help Falling in Love and songs like that. Like I love Elvis's stuff like that. It's like some of my favorite stuff that he makes. Obviously, his other stuff is fantastic. The more rock kind of like pop rock stuff that he does, but like. This is where it's at. This is where it's at.
Tender, love me true, all my dreams. For I do, sir. I love you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you very much. You afraid of me? Okay. Love me tender, love me dear. Tell me you are mine.
Key change.
I'll be yours through all the years. Love me tender.
He's kissing everyone. This is crazy. This is crazy. He's got such a good voice though too, but he's very charismatic. You could tell live, like between lines and stuff, he'll like say little words and things. I think it's kind of fun to improv like that a little bit. God, his voice sounds so good live too. I always mention this, but like music from the 80s, 70s, 60s, anything before like mainstream pitch correction or autotune. All those artists who came from that time, right? Again, pre like 90s, basically, like they all sound identical live. and it's because they didn't have any crutches in the studio, you know. And it's not to say that, like, you know, artists now aren't talented or they can't sing now. Of course they can sing, but you have to be able to have accurate pitch in the studio, especially when you're working on like tape and stuff, and you can, you know, you only have so many takes on the tape. You can't be messing up 30-40 times. So like you got to just have accurate pitch and have a good voice in general, and you know, you can't use as many tools to like make you sound better than you really are. So I always love watching live videos from this time period because it sounds perfect. I love it.
Love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Hang loose, I'll be with you in a minute. Love me till, love me when.
This is crazy. This might be the craziest live video I've ever seen. I've never seen something like this.
For my darling, I love you. I'll be over there. Just here we go. Always will. Hi, buddy. Love me tender. And I always will.
I wonder how the original sounds, because this is very, very instrumental. A lot of huge instrumental breaks. I know he's kind of like going between like interacting with the crowd and stuff, but I might have to listen to this original song too to see how it kind of differs from this live version, because there's a lot of moments where the instrumental is just breathing, and I really like that. I really enjoy that, honestly. Yeah, dude. This is cool. I know the dudes in this crowd who have their girls there, they're so mad. They're either so mad or they're flattered. It's like one of the two. I feel like if my girl was in here and I don't have a girlfriend, sorry. If I had a girlfriend at this time, at this show, and Elvis Presley came up and wanted to kiss her, honestly, I'd be like, that's Elvis Presley. Do your thing. That's just me, though. I can imagine a lot of guys would be pissed, though. This has to be like just like an instrumental section that they did for the live version. I really like it though, to be honest. Also, was this normal for Elvis Presley to do stuff like this, or was this very much like this was this event only? You guys let me know. You guys let me know some history. I always love when you comment some fun stuff for me to figure out about what I'm watching. Also, I want to mention, shout out to these audio engineers right here and these tech guys, and I don't know if they're just stagehands or whatever, but I work at a venue as an audio engineer, actually, so seeing something like this is like way more complex than what I have to deal with at the venue that I'm at, even though I'm at a pretty decent venue, decent sized, like super professional venue, but like, dude, this is crazy. Shout out these guys walking around having to like coil the cables, make sure people aren't tripping over it, no one's snagging on them. Shout out the sound tech guys.
Love me tender, love
Another key change.
Tell me you are mine. I'll be yours for all. So I can make it up now, man, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you. and I always will. Bring it home, baby!
Like cue, bring it home, baby. I wonder if that was kind of like they practiced that as the band to say like this is the cue to start finishing it up, and start that measure. Or if there was a normal bar count that they repeated every time. But I have a feeling because of the way that he introduced that they were kind of like, we're just going to keep going until, just with the regular chord progression until we get that cue. Always interesting to think about.
Bring it home, baby!
Especially with the snare hit that drummer did, right? There was a very prominent, like much louder snare hit, which was probably an even more obvious cue for the band.
Home, baby! That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was very interesting. I'm gonna be honest, but Elvis is great. He's so great. It's funny because I don't know if we're ever gonna have like superstars like this ever again. Like even like people obviously like Michael Jackson and Prince and the Beatles and things like that. And it's not for the reasons that I think you guys might think I'm gonna say. Because obviously, you know, the first thing that comes to people's heads might be like, oh, well, they were just immensely talented and we're not gonna be able to have that. But my thing is that the way people consumed music at this time versus how my generation consumes music now is very, very different, right? The way that my generation consumes music is very oversaturated, right? We have TikTok and Instagram and even like Spotify and Apple Music. They have these radio playlist things and SoundCloud and all these things that allow local artists, anyone without a label or anything to get plays. And everyone kind of gets to choose their own little niche. And of course, you know, at this time, you know, you would get into like the scenes that you would want to get into, but for the most part, everyone at this time was consuming the same media. Generally, it was the same radio stations, it was the same TV, it was just all kind of fed through the same tube. Versus now, where you have so many options of discovering music, which is for better or worse. I think there's a lot of good things to it, but there's also kind of some oversaturation issues, unfortunately. But because of like how, like I said, how we consume music today, I think it would be very, 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 very difficult for anyone to ever reach this level of stardom again, because everyone's just consuming different stuff instead of giving millions of people the same exact radio, the same exact, MTV, things like that. You know, it's like people aren't consuming it the same way. But absolutely amazing. That was a lot of fun, guys. We have a membership where we drop videos early before we release them to the public. So if you want to support the channel a little bit extra, definitely sign up for that. But if not, don't worry. Your regular subscription means the world to me anyway. Other than that, my socials are in the description, and I'm going to get my butt out of here, guys. Peace. I got to turn this up.